Good afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Olusegun Fawole. Nigeria and other African nations have called for urgent global cooperation to tackle food insecurity and climate-related agricultural challenges. The continent's leaders spoke in unison as world leaders gathered for the opening of the United Nations Food Systems Summit Stocktake in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Addressing the high-level session, Vice President Kashim Shettima announced that Nigeria was deploying modern technologies, including artificial intelligence, AI, geospatial analytics, and satellite-driven climate intelligence to scale up agricultural productivity and end hunger across the nation. The Olubadan designate Oba Rashidi Ladoja has said that he will not delay the filling of any vacant position in the Olubadan chieftaincy line. Ladoja, in a statement by spokesman Adeola Oloko in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, disclosed this while hosting the Ashipa Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Abiodun Koladaisi, at his residence in Lagos. The former governor of Oyo State extolled the virtues of the late paramount ruler, stating that Kabiyesi Olakuleyin lived an impactful life and gave a good account of himself. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion in Oyo State, Honorable Toyin Balogun, has described market women and farmers as the bedrock of the economy. Balogun, while speaking in an interview with Dominion News, stated that the buoyancy of the economy of most industrialized countries of the world is built on small business owners.
It will be foolhardy of anybody with a modicum of intellect to consider market women, market men, or farmers as ordinary people. Because of a truth, they are the bedrock of the economy of any country. Any country that knows what it's doing, the market women, the market men. Let me tell you, for example, the industrialized countries of the world, the Americas, the Germanys, the Italys, and all that. The buoyancy of the economy of those countries is not built on the backs of big corporations. It's built on the back of what they call mom and pop shops. Those are small business owners, like our traders, our market women and our market men. So why would anybody refer to them as just ordinary people? They are the best for any forward-looking country or state or subnational. The market women, the market men, the farmers, both male and female, they are the drivers of the economy of any country or sub.
She, however, enjoined the populace to change the narrative of seeing market women and farmers as mere people, emphasizing their roles in a country's development. Moving on, the Osun State House of Assembly has passed the Electricity Bill 2025, granting the state authority to establish its own Electricity Regulatory Commission to oversee power matters within the state. This development was disclosed in a statement released by Olamide Tiamiyu, the Chief Press Secretary to the Speaker of the House in Osogbo. The House Majority Leader, Koforola Adeomi, moved the motion for the bill's third reading, following the presentation of a committee report by Taufik Olaiwola, who represented the Committee on Water Resources and Energy. In addition to the electricity bill, the Assembly also approved amendments to the laws establishing the Osun State Customary Courts of Appeal, the Customary Court, and the District's Customary Courts. Meanwhile, the Governor of Edo State, Monday Okmebolo, has suspended a special advisor on oil and gas, Felix Osemwenge Isere, for alleged unauthorized fundraising over an upcoming oil and gas summit in the state. The suspension was announced in a statement issued by the Secretary to the state government, Omar Ikilo, in Benin. The SSG said the governor also announced the immediate halt of the planned summit, scheduled to begin on August 7th. And now to the foreign scene. Justice Minister Usman Diagne has formally requested the probe in a letter to the Attorney General aiming to shed light on years of political violence between 2021 and 2024. At least 80 people were killed and dozens more seriously injured in clashes with security forces or during skirmishes between civilians. The prosecutor of the Republic in Dakar, Ibrahim Ndoye, has been tasked with leading the investigation. Beyond the death, some citizens have reported being tortured during the unrest, raising further concerns about human rights violations. The first summons are expected soon, starting with victims of torture and the families of those killed as Senegal begins to confront a dark and painful chapter in its recent history. The Dutch government has said it will summon Israel's ambassador to the Netherlands to denounce the unbearable and indefensible situation in Gaza, and has imposed travel bans on two far-right Israeli cabinet ministers. Israeli government ministers Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich will no longer be allowed to enter the Netherlands, which accuses them of repeatedly inciting violence against Palestinians and calling for an ethnic cleansing of the Gaza Strip. The Dutch decision follows similar moves last month by the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Norway. The New Zealand government has introduced a law that will prevent people from enrolling to vote on election day and bar prisoners from casting their ballot while in jail. The proposed law, which passed its first of 3 readings in Parliament, will allow people to enroll to vote only up to 13 days before an election. Currently, potential voters can enroll up to and on election day. The law will also ban all prisoners from voting and require voting to open 12 days ahead of the official election day. The changes are, in part, prompted by delays in the results of the 2023 elections, which took nearly 3 weeks for an official result to be released due to the high number of special votes. Indonesia has signed a contract to buy 48 Kan fighter jets from Turkey, sealing the latest purchase by the Southeast Asian nation aimed at modernizing its aging military hardware. The International Defense Industry Fair in Istanbul, Defense Ministry spokesperson Frega Winners Ikriwang disclosed this in a statement but did not provide details of the contract value or delivery date. Defense Minister Jafri Jamsuddin witnessed the agreement's signing, with Freda adding that the contract signing reaffirms the commitment of both governments to strengthen joint technology development and expand Indonesia's defense industry capacity. And now talking sport. Nigerians have extended their warmest congratulations to the Super Falcons of Nigeria on their remarkable achievement in Morocco. The team made history by coming from behind to win the championship, defeating the host team 3-2 in a thrilling final match. Reacting to the development, residents of Ibadan commended the Super Falcons.
Well, what a win for Nigerian football, what a win for Nigerians. Sport, let's say football, is the only thing that unites us in this country. That's when you forget your tribe. That's where you forget where you come from. You unite, you find yourself hugging your enemies, you know. And it was nice seeing the girls win that game. Going into that competition, we didn't give them a chance. We didn't really believe in them until the competition started. And going into that competition, you know, they grew into the competition. And the final, we knew was going to be very hostile. We knew it was going to be difficult playing against the host team, Morocco. And knowing that our supporters clubs, you know, they didn't go for the competition. So it was basically the journalists who were playing the role of supporters at the competition. So just a few numbers of people, trying to cheer the girls. Also,
Falcons also tried more positions, like putting on Okoro for scoring the penalty. The match was very insightful. Like for the first half, the Falcons were not stable in their possession.
The team played as expected. If you look at their exploit when they started, they did not lose any match, and they were serious about every game, playing each game tactically, strategically to win, to get to the finals. But some will expect that the team will fizzle out, because if they nearly fizzle out of the championship during the finals when they conceded 2 goals in the first half. But I knew they would come back because they were aggressive. We are seriously aggressive than every other team, and that's what football is all about.
They urged the Super Eagles to learn from the victory of the Falcons.
In training, put more focus, and they can try it. They could win the WAFCON.
How the coach has his own plan, particularly the new coach that Nigeria has a plan to be able to maintain, to be able to be consistent in making sure that they also keep the tempo of success, just like the women's team.
See the JJ Okocha return again, want to see Kano of this world return, want to see the Peba of this world return, and of course the great Peter Rufai who I just passed on. So want to see some of these guys return, and they want to see, when I say return, want to people like them taking over again, and then let's see. Sport is one area that can...
The Super Falcons' victory marks their 10th championship title, a testament to their hard work, dedication, and perseverance. You can follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Olusegun Fawole. Thank you for watching.